Facing a judge after pleading guilty to a serious felony, a young man and his mother plead for a second chance. But the judge delivers a stunning reality check, exposing the brutal details of the crime, a reckless shooting over a $100 video game bet. This is the tense moment where a life hangs in the balance, as the court decides between probation and a prison sentence that could stretch for years. Watch as the full weight of the justice system comes down in a powerful and dramatic sentencing.
22-39623 is now called the State of Texas versus Draylon Wright. You and Mr. Wright?
Yes, sir.
Present. Your attorney now. Terrence Allison is the attorney of record, but I know you're associated with Mr. Allison.
I am.
And you are, please, fellows, present yourself for the record on the defendant's behalf.
Cornelius Allen, MARIDIOUS. Allen.
Do you understand, Mr. Wright, that Terrence Allison is not here? You don't have any objection
Yes, sir.
for his associate to be here with you. He was a licensed attorney at law.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you ready? Earlier, you pleaded guilty here, in this case, to the second-degree felony of aggravated assault. Pre-sentence report has been prepared. Have the parties had an opportunity to review it, and are there any corrections or changes to it?
I've had a chance to review it, and I'm not sure it would be a correction, but context of the defendant's version. He was asked what happened the day he committed the offense and stated I was locked up. And then went on to say that I did not elaborate any further. I believe it's a misunderstanding of what happened when he was arrested and detained. And that it would make sense that he was locked up. And he didn't provide any further elaboration on it. And I guess there was miscommunication as well, because I did ask the probation officers to let me know when the PSI was scheduled to happen. And
What are you saying? You're not ready? Or?
Ready.
Oh, okay.
I was also present during the interview because that would have been something that could have been cleaned up at that time. And then as well, juvenile history. This was a school by SRO officer, probably cited him. We know how that goes. It's nothing that was truly a reflection of who he is today. Of course, we're here on a serious matter, but to provide context of that as well. Then for the employment history, he was full-time employed with the city of Beaumont, the water department. We entered the plea of guilt a month ago, 2 months ago. They found out about it, let him go. So up until the plea of guilt, he was fully employed. But other than that, I am okay accepting the report passing this.
Okay. What's that saying?
We have no corrections or.
All right, then it's made a part of the record. And the agreement is whatever sentence shall not exceed a cap of 10 years. So we know what there are several options there. Regular probation is not one. Deferred is. And then flat fine, no less than 2, no more than 10. I don't think there's another option.
Not that I'm aware of.
Go ahead. Defense, you may go first.
I would like to call the mother, if that would be an opportune time of this
Go ahead.
opportunity. Ms. Catherine Bobs, we just want her to step to the side of him, or okay.
Who is this now?
This is the mother.
What's your name?
Catherine.
Did you get that? Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that any statement you make today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Ms. Bobs, you understand what your son has been charged with?
Yes.
Aggravated assault and deadly weapon.
Yes, sir.
And his upbringing, were you mostly the parent to take care of him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and as of today, have you been his main parent of incomes or advice and all that job?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and can you just provide the court with some kind of context of who Draylon Wright is? His character.
Yes, sir. Draylon is my baby. He's the youngest of 3. I've been the only young parent. The dad not around. They want anything to do with him. I've done the best I can with raising him, trying to keep him away from the streets and all of that that's going on. But
How's that working out?
it's going well since this.
Here he is.
Yeah. Everything I told him, didn't listen.
And since the incident that took place, has he kept a straight road, or has there been?
Oh yeah, I honestly think it's scared him straight. I mean, he's at home. He's not running in the streets, and I think this is an eye open that can't go around doing things and not be able to accomplish.
And understanding the seriousness of this offense, he is looking at 10 years possibly with the great state. Of course, you're the mother, you love your son.
I do.
Well, what would you think is the recommended punishment? That's
I mean, as his mother, I would say, less time than that. I don't really know how all of this works. So, I mean, who wants to see their kid go to prison?
so it could be 2 to 10, or it could also be probation. And you understanding who your son is, what would be the best for him?
I mean, I would say probation. I mean, he's not a bad person. I mean, I think if he was constantly here for, a whole lot of cases and, I would say something different, but I would say that probation.
Ma'am, do you understand or do you know any of the facts of the case? What was going on out there?
I found out some of what was going on.
What did you think happened?
When I found out
What do you think happened?
what I think happened, honestly, I don't really know.
Okay.
I really don't know. I just know bits and pieces of the case.
Well, you weren't there.
I wasn't there. No, sir.
So you don't know that there were 12 shell casings recovered, that your son fired 12 shots at this person?
No, I did not know that.
No, he was shot twice. Two bullets went into the person.
No,
You didn't know that?
no, sir.
There's a lot you must not know about your son. What are you asking for? Is probation or?
Giving him probation with the understanding of the low risk assessment that was provided by the probation's office and lack of previous criminal history.
Anything you want to say, sir?
How would I say? I know my action wasn't right, and if you find it,
Which part?
my action as in my case, my aggravated assault with deadly weapon. I know what I did wasn't right.
What did you do?
Shot at somebody. I shot somebody.
What did you think was going to happen when you shot 12 rounds at somebody?
I wasn't trying to hit him.
You hit him twice.
I know, but I wasn't trying to. If that makes sense.
All right.
He was just out of anger and rage.
Yeah. Over a $100 bet.
Yeah,
You're going to shoot someone 12 times because you lost a bet. Is that what this world has come to?
no, sir.
No. This is what your world came to.
Yes, sir. But if I
Well, that's what you are.
yes, sir. But I don't think that justifies who I am as a person.
No, your actions do. Like mine, like his, like all of us. It's not what we think we are or what we try to portray ourselves to be. It's the choices we make or our character determinations.
Yes, sir.
You made a choice to attempt to kill someone. Shooting 12 times at someone and shooting them twice over a $100 bet. Made a bet on a video game. You lost the bet for whatever purpose. You sent a text message to the victim stating you were on your way to paying him. You sent a second message telling him, come outside. So he goes outside, and this red or maroon four-door vehicle that you were in the passenger seat of and somebody else was driving, you fired 12 times at the victim, who sustained gunshot wounds to his left knee and his right calf. And he was in a wheelchair here at the time that this probable cause affidavit was prepared after he went to St. Elizabeth Hospital. But the point of the matter is this happens in the middle of a residential area.
Yes, sir.
So you come in shooting the town up when everybody's trying to live peaceably, and you are making a mess out of everything. So much for peaceful life here in Beaumont, huh? No wonder we get such criticism publicly, called the most dangerous place. When it's not an evil town, but there are people making it evil.
Yes, sir.
With bad choices.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't drive through a residential area and just shoot 12 times over a $100 bet and think you're going to scamper out of here with just a slap on the wrist. That's terrible.
Yes, sir.
There's no appreciation over the sanctity of life of another human being. His life is worth you losing a $100 bet. That's what you think.
No, sir.
Yes, what you did, sir. Your actions speak for your intentions. I don't think you were reared that way.
No, sir, I wasn't.
Well, then your mother has Jekyll and Hyde in her house. Which one are you? You're playing both sides, but you can't. You can't be evil and good. You've got to pick a choice. But you made a choice that night. Then 12 rounds at someone in the middle of a residential intersection, a residential area in town, disrupts everybody. Can you imagine all the people who have to deal with that? How threatened they feel, like their home is not a safe place because of people like you? Over $100 bet? That's what life is worth to you, sir? Well, when you shoot 12 times at a human being, you intend to kill them, especially when you hit them twice. He's just lucky you're a bad shot. But that's about it.
Yes, sir.
Shame on you for that. That's not what, but it's actions like yours are what makes the front page and what people think our area is all about. When we have good people who are struggling to try to keep the image of this area worthy of all the opportunities that are available with people who can make $40 an hour jobs right and left.
Yes, sir.
Not you. You're busy messing up in another way. All you got to do is get an education, get a trade, and you're making six figures.
Yes, sir.
And not going to prison.
Yes, sir.
But you have a choice like everybody else. And I don't understand how one after another people decide they want to get a gun, get the drugs, and shoot it out in the middle of the streets. No, we're going to get law and order. It may be one step at a time, but this area is worth saving
Yes,
from
sir.
people who act like you. And it's terrible. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yes, sir. I am.
Well, here's the problem with shooting somebody. You can't take the bullets back.
Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. I remember.
All right. Anything else? Anything?
Judge,
You know where I'm headed. I don't like this. This is bad. This is representation of bad acts that are not allowed without severe consequences on this court's watch. We can't allow this. He's not going to scamper out of here with, I can do this and get probation. No way. No. He's going to be held accountable.
I was not
The
there.
others weren't injured.
I was there. I was not there that night.
No.
It's a serious matter. But since I met him and worked with him, he's been on time. There are appointments for conferences. He had a full-time employment with the city of Beaumont. Showed up to work, went home, stayed out of trouble. And as I'm aware of today, there wasn't any violations of his bond conditions.
How do you explain his conduct with all of that? His actions speak louder than what we're talking about. He can do that. He can do that 99% of the time, but if 1% he's shooting at people in in the middle of residential areas over a $100 bet, I'm sorry. All of that kind of is a wasted effort when he can't have it. He can't say, I'm 99% going to be good. I'm a 99% good person. It's that 1% that I put people in harm's way and shoot people.
I'm speaking to the rehabilitation. I understand from the punitive standpoint that he should be punished within the realms of law and order. But in terms of how can he be rehabilitated from the actions that he took, of course, he could have killed someone that night. And he did hit someone twice. And he got to go to the hospital and everything like that. But
so the message then you think I should send, you put him on probation and everybody gets to shoot once at someone and put him in the hospital, shoot 12 times in residential areas, and you get the Draylon Wright rule. They get another chance. What's fair for one is fair for all. No, not on my watch. He's stepped way over the line on this. And he's lucky. He should be looking at 20 years. And actually attempted murder is another crime that could have been charged because that's what it is.
Yes, honestly.
My God, you really attempted to murder another human, one of God's creatures.
Can I ask you a question? Jenny, on mine.
Go ahead.
So if the bill was on my side, I'm asking like, what if I was in his shoes and he was in mine?
What are you trying to ask?
I'm trying to ask you is,
What?
I know what I did was wrong, but
Okay, so what are you trying to ask now? Well, I don't understand this at all. Are you saying a $100 bet justifies attempting to murder someone?
no, sir.
All right, then I'd stay quiet because logic is not working for you. You're not using logic, right?
You're right.
Anything else? If nothing further, I'm going to find you have pleaded guilty voluntarily. You are mentally competent to do so. You understand the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted during your plea hearing to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I'm following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 10 years. There will be an affirmative finding that a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, was used in the commission of this offense. I wish for your family, who obviously is this lady is certainly a role model.
Yes, sir.
For actions that you defied to take.
Yes,
You
sir.
should have acted more responsible. You shouldn't have been hot-headed.
Yes, sir.
And you shouldn't have taken a firearm, shot at a human being, shooting him twice in the middle of this city in a residential area and shooting 12 times.
Yes, sir.
Peace went right out the window with you.
Yes, sir.
And we're supposed to be living together peaceably. And we are not going to send a message that when you lose a $100 bet, you get to go shoot and attempt to kill somebody. No, we've got to be clear-headed. And we're going to be held responsible when our actions are that foolish.
Yes, sir.
I wish you would have done something differently.
Yes, sir.